bum. Hey, 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 goodbye. Dun 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 dun. Hey, hey, goodbye. Okay, let's get it. Yes, he is back. The man, the myth, the legend. Yeah, let's see if I can get us live. I remember how to do this. Yeah, I remember how to do this. Dun 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 dun. Hey, yeah, there we go. Now, let's see. Yeah, a little more, a little more. There we go. Sign in to chat. Streamlabs. All right, all right. Let's see if we can get there. How did you get here? There we go. All right. Uh, mm, no, I don't want to take any poll. Mm, Monitors can support your channel. Close. Testing. Testing. Okay. There we go. But wait. Sign in to chat. Okay. Dun dun. Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am getting everything back in order. All right. You got that up. Got the GCPR up. Yeah. Well, what's up? Y'all miss me? Y'all miss me? Hey. Did you miss me? That's what I want to know. Did you miss me? Greetings, salutations. Welcome to Conversation with TNathan. I am your host, TNathan, and I am fresh off of my Deep South tour where I hit up Selma and Mountain Bayou and Marion and a couple other places that you will be getting videos about. And as you all know, I started my journey in Selma, Alabama, to commemorate the 60th anniversary of Bloody Sunday, in which John Lewis and 599 other black people that crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge were attacked by Sheriff Clark's racist ass police officers, and an event that became known as Bloody Sunday on March 7th, 1965. And I want to also talk about how that event was shaped by the murder of Jimmy Lee Jackson, an unarmed black man at the hands of police officers. And we're going to get all into that. But first, I want to share for those of you all who didn't catch the live when I was at the Lynching Museum in Montgomery. And I know it's called the museum, the National Museum for Peace and Justice. But it's the Lynching Museum. And I understand that some people are mad at me for calling it the Lynching Museum. But there is no peace and justice residing there. And our ancestors are not there either. Um, was this where this, Matt King, everything ran together? I didn't get it. Where they were tripping. Yes, at the museum. Yeah, they were tripping on me at the museum. They tripped on me at the museum. At yeah, everywhere I went to museums, they were tripping on me because they didn't like my narratives, and I made people feel uncomfortable. But I'm also 6'4" and 270 pounds, and I work out. So it was like all these little people come, and you'll hear it because I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to share it with us tonight. We're going to um, go through the museum. I'm going to go through the museum with you all, and I'm going to answer any questions that you may have that I might not have covered. And I am telling you, Also, before anybody gets cussed out, I'm gonna show you something because somebody gonna say you got boogers in your nose, right? No, I do not have boogers in my nose. So I have no boogers in my nose. Those are hairs, gray hairs. That's the way my hair in my nose grows. It grows gray. So those are not boogers, and I wasn't gonna sit there and pull a hair out of my nose because it was gray. Yeah, no, that hurts. So there are no boogers were made in the nose during the filming of this video, right? And I'm gonna have other episodes to share with you from the week of conversations I've had with people while I was in Selma. I know if you follow me, you saw that I went to a segregated golf course and tried to get a membership in Selma, Alabama. I cannot believe that there's a golf course that is segregated in Selma, Alabama, of all places. What's up? Everywhere you went, there was someone watching you in the museum. What's up? Meadow is here. Nick is here. And I think, if y'all will watch me, you'll know that Nick was with me every step of the way. Even if I was, even when I was mad, evil, and cussing, Nick was there. So, TNathan Productions. So yeah, I'm gonna take this opportunity to share this with you. There's also I want to share with you. I have some episode. No, I have a whole video when I went to Mount Bayou and we were in Mound Bayou. I don't know why I always say Mount Bayou. Mound Bayou in Mississippi. We made it by there also, and we have some video footage of the conversation I had at that museum also, which was the Mount Bayou Museum was much more welcoming to my bombastic approach than anybody else was, right? They were welcoming. They did not try to throw me out. They did not try to throw me out. They did not try to censor me. But we had a great conversation. So we will be loading. And in case if you haven't seen this, we're gonna go through it. Like I said, I'll stop if you have some questions you want me to answer. I'll stop. This is a wider angle. I haven't watched the whole wider angle, but if it becomes that I think you all are not seeing what y'all want you all to see, I will switch it to the vertical. But I wanted this. Glad you're back to normal. We're back to normal. Yes, I was on time as always. Um, so let's get into it. I will, like I say, I will be answering questions. If you have a question, just ask me. And remember, like I said, that is not no boogers were made in the nose during the filming of this. All right, let's get it.
What's up? What's up? Hold on. Let me clear this up.
Sound check. Can y'all hear me?
Greetings, salutations. What's up? TNathan here, and we are at the National Museum for Justice and Peace, or as I like to call it, the National Lynching Museum in Montgomery. Yeah, I'm gonna be emotional. I'm gonna warn you, it's gonna be emotional. So if you don't want to see my emotions, you might want to skip out. But we're here, and I know you all have seen this up close and
Can y'all
personal
hear? Can y'all hear?
from books, but we're here today, and yeah, we're going to take this tour together. All right, like I say, Cliff, I just saw you called me, but I was live, so that's why I told you drop by live. We're in Montgomery at the National Museum, at the Lynching Museum, and we're going to
Yes, the
yeah.
Lynching Museum.
So
Yes,
let's get
that's
it.
my
As soon
name
as we're
for it.
finished taking some pictures
And
here,
if you got a problem with
we're
it,
going to
pull up.
take off. I'm going to show you all.
Yes, I call it the
Some of
Lynching
the.
Museum. Well,
All right.
and I know how many different areas there are of it.
All right.
I went to the Lynching
I'm at work
Museum
until 7
part.
p.m. All right, I'll call you after 7. I'll call you when we get back later tonight. All right. So let's get it. All ready? I'll be sharing it as we walk through it. All right. I don't know how good I'm going to be at questions. I will share what I find as we experience it. I've been here before, but I've never had to share it with somebody. So this is the first thing we're gonna share, and I'll be doing a lot of flipping back and forth so y'all could get some idea of what we're seeing. And some of the sunlight's gonna be in the way, so when we get up under the overhang, we'll be better. So like I said, we're here in Montgomery, Alabama at the National Lynching Museum. I know it's called the National Museum for Peace and Justice, but the peace and justice that this museum represents has never come for black people in America. This is literally a monument to those who have been lynched in America. And some of these people have never been claimed.
We'll put the
You know,
signs
there's a
up,
wide
make a
swath,
video so
especially
you can
since
watch
through
them
Mississippi and Alabama,
in still forms.
of people who went missing that years later bones were found, didn't have DNA evidence to tie them together. So even though the number represented here is only a percentage of the number of black people that went missing, and I'm not even starting at talking about the Civil War or slavery. We're talking about post-Civil War. All of these lynchings took place after slavery. Like I say, so some comments, I'll try to get to them. Right now, we're gonna go up this incline. I'm gonna show you what we're about to go into. Sun is at that angle.
Will ensue. I think I should just say that.
It's going to be emotional. I'm going to warn you. It's going to be emotional. I probably will cuss.
I did warn
cry,
you all.
Cuss, cry some more, but you're here to share this with me.
I did
This is
warn
what I
you
told
all.
you. I was coming to Alabama for the 60th anniversary. We started
What's
at
up, Eric?
Selma, and we are now at Montgomery, representing the track that was taken on that final successful march in Montgomery, starting in Selma, Alabama. So let's flip it around
What's up, Shane?
and talk about these monuments and what they mean. All right. So I'm gonna go inside to get out some of this glare. And all right, these, see, they're suspended from the ceiling. That long black bar represents a rope, and these monuments are going to be a testimony to people who were actually lynched, with the name and the date of their lynching. Like I say, instead of putting bodies, we got ropes. And this is from Polk County, Georgia. James Glover, 08/22/1904. And then you have Adams County, Mississippi, and we have 3 individuals there. And also, I'm gonna tell you about the counties in a minute. Washington Ives, Spencer Collins, Bill Dukes, and they range between 1888 to 1918. Like I say, and this is a fuller scope of what you're going to see here. Like I say, all of these represent lynching victims from Montgomery County, Butts County, Georgia. Unknown. And it's unknown because he was burned also, because lynching wasn't enough. You had to burn them to a crisp. And Jesse Jefferson in 1948. It wasn't enough. Mississippi is well represented here. Alabama is well represented here. Webster County, Mississippi. Pony Pope and Sterling Durham, 1888, 1904. Alcorn County, Mississippi. And you see those. And like I say, as far as you can see that way,
Sorry, did I
all
miss
of
some? I think I
these,
missed some questions. I'm sorry, I
all of
got
these
caught up.
pillars suspended
Who is the artist that
from the
designed the
ceilings,
museum? Um,
and
it
the
was designed
brown is to
by
simulate the
mass
brown
design group.
bodies
I believe in
that
New York.
this
It
monument
wasn't
is
just
to.
one individual.
Wilkerson County, Mississippi. All these, and just remember, all these pillars have a minimum of one, but more so many. Amid County,
Greetings,
Mississippi
salutations.
has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 individuals represented in Amid County, Mississippi. All, like I say, all of these dates are after the Civil War. All of these dates are after the Civil War. Oh, excuse me. Like I say, and that's, remember, that's as long. Look, we're gonna go that way, all around there, all through there, all back over there, and then we are just starting here. Sound off when you see the states you live in represented. Mississippi, Mississippi,
Sound
Georgia,
off. Sound
Alabama,
off when you see your state.
South Carolina, South Carolina, Mississippi, Tennessee, Shelby County, Mississippi, means Shelby County, Tennessee. Shelby County, that is Memphis. Memphis is in Shelby County. And this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's Shelby County. Like I said, that's 20. All these rappers will represent bodies that were found. These all represent bodies that were found. Understand, even if they were unknown because they had been burned to death. But just think about all the bodies that were not found. Think about all the bodies. Georgia. And you see a lot of the South represented here. You see a lot of the South represented. Bolivar County, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee,
Oliver County.
Virginia. Like I
Mound
say, this is all
Bayou is in
represent. And this
Bolivar
is,
County.
just think, Leon County, Texas. Carroll County, Mississippi. He's on here somewhere. Carroll County, Mississippi. I see all of those. Can you see? And look at this. Look at this. Unknown. 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 You see that? That represents one county. Unknown. Last surviving signature of the Declaration of fucking Independence. Yeah. This is Karen Seminole. Seminole County, Georgia. There's a Seminole County, Florida here represented also. Shelby County. You'll notice something about the South. All the counties named after all these Confederates and races, they're all over the South. Did they ever lynch black women? Yes, Mary Turner is a prime example of a black woman that was lynched in this country for standing up for her family. Her, along with her whole family, she was lynched. Which one?
Yeah, I said I was going to answer questions, but I'm also going to talk some because you were talking about Mississippi, and Metal mentioned that Mississippi was most represented, and it's the most represented because it had the highest number of lynchings between 1882 and 1968. And understand that there were between that period of time there were about 4,743 lynchings recorded. And I want you all to ask metal, because a lot of people don't be, they think I'm reading from a script. Understand, I know all this off the top of my head. You can go check for yourself. I do this off the top of my head. Every narration I did, everybody I ran into, all the facts you see me talking about, I do them from memory. That's how much I've committed to them. But like I said, and I know Mississippi intimately because I was doing the course of working to have the flag battle emblem on the flag removed. These were things we knew. And understand, this is the 581 people that were lynched in Mississippi between that time. Just like I said there, those were the ones that were recovered. That doesn't count the people that were just missing. Those are the ones that were recovered. Now, there are no recorded lynchings in Arizona, Idaho, Maine, Nevada, South Dakota, Vermont, and Wisconsin. Those are the only states that don't have any lynchings recorded. Every other state has recorded lynchings. So just wanted to, and Georgia and Texas are second and third in lynchings. So, like I say, if you have, yes, Iowa is represented. Iowa is represented. The only states that are not represented here are Arizona, Iowa, um, Idaho, sorry, Idaho, Arizona, Idaho, Maine, Nevada, South Dakota, Vermont, and Wisconsin. The Sunflower River filled with bodies when they were looking for the three missing. So, yes, and in Neshoba County, yes, when they were looking for the civil rights workers, yes, they found other. Look, can you imagine? You're looking for the body of three missing civil rights workers, and you come across six more bodies. It's something like when missing and indigenous women, they go looking for them and come across other women that are missing. So that's how it was. But I wanted to put that in there because I saw somebody ask that. So that's any questions. Like I said, I'll try to answer them. I'm going.
Yeah, another family, right? When you see all these names together, they represent family. The same date, the same date. So, like I said, you're just joining us. We already passed the walls. We already passed the walls. We're into
Here, y'all good?
the monument area. Like I said, and people, and the sad thing is, if you're an alien and you came here and there was nobody to represent these stories, you think, look, it's a beautiful place. It's beautiful. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. If you didn't know the symbolism that each one of these suspended stones, monuments, each of these monuments represent, if you didn't get the fact that they're this color by choice to represent the brownness of the skin, that the black suspension from the ceiling represents a rope tied around the neck of black people that were usually
The sound.
lynched, not for anything they did.
Oh,
You
those are
understand
across the
that?
street.
There are literally thousands of people represented here that we found bodies of or they know. And each one of these monuments and the counties they represent, also at this museum, they have dirt taken from that county where each one of these individuals were lynched. There's dirt in a jar. How are you doing? Taken. Oh yeah. Listen, imagine in Ida B. Wells' lifetime, she recorded thousands of these. Think about how many there have been since her death. Think about the names that we will never see. Claiborne, Mississippi. Yeah, I can feel that. Just think about that. Crenshaw County, South Carolina. Clark. And this is the thing. I always see people talk about, let it go. Let it go. This what you want me to let go? This what the fuck you want me to let go? Yeah. Can't let go. Can't let go because they're suspended from the ceiling by their heads. What are we supposed to let go? Which one of these for Oklahoma County, Mississippi, you want us to let go? Which one? Just pick a name. Pick a name. Which one you want us to let go of? Y'all can't let go of George Washington, can you? But you pick a name. Pick a name. You can't let go of the signatures of the Declaration of Independence. We will never represented our independence. Pick a name. Who? What? Pick a name.
You saw in the background. That's the one with the.
So they're still hanging. So that's not cute to me. This is so disrespectful. Baby girl, fuck you. Fuck the horse you rode in on. Fuck anybody have anything to do with you. This is
I told you they would be
disrespectful
cussing.
to you. Them dying and hanging like this is disrespectful to them. Y'all always come in here wrapped in your pseudo righteousness. Talking about it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to forget them. It's disrespectful to forget them. I don't see you in the Klan's lives telling them it was disrespectful for the ancestors to do it. You want everything tied up in a neat bow. That's what you would like. But remember, this is located in Montgomery, Alabama. This is the monument side. Like I say, every one of these monuments represents multiple people. Like, told you, tell me your county if we haven't passed it. Tell me your county if we haven't passed it. Like I say, look at it. Look at it for yourself. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. That they created a monument to him. A monument that stretches out. This is just the outside part. This is disrespectful to you? You're more concerned with you're being disrespected by having to witness this, not feel it, not go through it, but you feel it's disrespectful to have to witness it. Get the fuck out my life.
Are they still in there?
I don't know. Get the fuck out my life. Because you're going to witness this. If I spend my life showing it to you, I'm never going to let you forget. I'm never going to let you forget. Go back to William Kirkland. What county was that in, Jay? What was William Kirkland? Oh, here he is. Don't worry about it. I found him. Here he is. William Kirkland. William Kirkland. 09/25/1930. I had someone to pay respects at the Legacy Museum. Canada remembers. And we remember you. And we remember the residential schools. We remember your pain and your suffering also. But you will not. I don't care.
Much. Worry won't change the outcome. Worry.
I think that's one of my family. Jay, of course it is. You're from Mississippi. All of us have roots in Mississippi, Alabama, Virginia, Tennessee. plantations that still stand as a monument to the pain and suffering of our ancestors. Brown bodies suspended by ropes. Lucky I didn't do this. Lucky I didn't create it.
Listen to this. Y'all ask me who
Lucky I didn't
designed
create
it.
it, because
Listen
I'll
to
be
this.
reminding you of what the bodies looked like suspended in tree branches and strange fruit. See, this is the part they do for you all. I would have built trees, and I would have strange fruit singing through the speakers your entire trip. You would never be able to look away. You would be haunted just as I am haunted by knowing these names, by reading their stories, by thumbing through the pages of Without Sanctuary. I would add Jasper County, Texas, as Michael Bird was drugged behind the car.
James Bird.
For just think about it, for just living. It wasn't enough to be enslaved, but to get your so-called freedom.
See Metal and Raven.
Your so-called freedom
And the
only
nephew.
to wind up like this. That's the reality of it. Disrespectful. Yeah. Y'all wouldn't be able to stomach my display. Greene County, Mississippi. Yeah. They still doing it there. They just do it in the prison system. They just do it in the prison system.
I can speak from personal experience in Greene County.
James Bird, sorry, yes. James Bird, Jasper County, Texas. Thank you. Sorry about that. Like I say, all of this, thousands, hundreds of pillars representing thousands of people. You see this? Montgomery, Alabama. Mississippi is well represented here, don't fear.
I think most of your comment
Mississippi
was
is well
censored.
represented, over 1,400 people. And then you
Yep.
learn
Clayton,
that
Alabama is there. Yep.
Arthur Sinclair, a minister, was lynched in Hernando County, Florida in 1877 for performing the wedding of a black man and a white woman. He was lynched for that. Porter Carson was lynched in Howard County, Missouri in 1879 after he was accused of inappropriate conduct with a white woman. You're going to notice that a lot.
You're going to notice that a lot as a theme.
Jack Turner, lynched in Butler, Alabama, 1882 for organizing black voters in Choctaw County. And it goes on. Look, and it goes on.
Did you get to read those, Ray? Rain, did you get to read
People you
those?
never even hear about during Black History Month.
You never hear about these people doing Black
After
History
Calvin
Month.
Mike voted in Calhoun County, Georgia in 1884, a white mob attacked and burned his home, lynching his elderly mother. Okay, his elderly mother and his two daughters, Emma and Lily. Remember, we talk about Ahmaud Arbery? A black man was lynched in Millburg, Ohio in 1892 for standing ground in a white neighborhood. After a white man attempted to assault Jack Brownlee's daughter in Oxford, Alabama in 1894, Mr. Brownlee was lynched for having the man arrested. Think of the
Somebody
lunacy,
assaults your
right?
daughter, and you get lynched for
Think
having
of
the
it.
man arrested, filing
Think of
charges.
these. Just think of them. Robert Morton was lynched in Rockville, Kentucky in 1897 for writing a note to a white woman.
18.
What's that?
Kansas City all over again.
General Lee, named after, because that's what we do sometimes. It's our stupid conditioning to white supremacy. We name our children after it.
Yes.
General Lee was lynched in Reedsville, South Carolina in 1904 for knocking on a white woman's front door.
Knocking on the door. Ahmaud.
William Miller was lynched in Brighton, Alabama in 1908 for organizing local coal miners. Now they shoot through the door. Bird Cooper was lynched in Claiborne Parish, Louisiana in
Ralph
1908 after he was acquitted on murder charges. You get found not guilty and acquitted. That's not good enough. Thomas Miles Sr. was lynched in Shreveport, Louisiana in 1912 for allegedly writing a note to a white woman. You just allege. 1912, white
Right.
mob lynched T.Z. McKinley, 16 years old, in Columbus, Georgia, after he was convicted of accidentally shooting a white boy. Anthony Crawford was lynched in Abbeville, South Carolina in 1916 for rejecting a white merchant's bid for cottonseed.
Now let's look at some of these
Hold tight.
numbers. Yeah, hold tight. Well, look at some of these. Look how many
Oh
of y'all
yeah,
it took.
we got a whole nother
Look
side.
how many it took.
Frank Dodd was lynched in DeWitt, Arkansas in 1916 for annoying a white woman.
For annoying a white woman.
The same white woman who overwhelmingly voted for
Donald Trump.
I said what I said. You
Fight
can't beat
me.
my ass about it either.
Can't beat my ass about
Horace
it. I was
Duncan
loud.
and Fred Coker were
Look
lynched
at
in
this.
Springfield, Missouri in 1906 by a mob of 5,000 people.
5,000. 5,000.
5,000 people. Because, you know, it took 5,000 angry white people to lynch one black man. Two black men, I'm sorry.
So understand, right? When we talk about lynchings, for every lynching that occurred, hundreds, on average, hundreds, if not 1,000 people were present. So when we talk about the complicity of your ancestors in the lynching of black and brown people in this country, they made parties out of it. They sent postcards out. So if there was 1,000 lynched, there were 1,000 participating in that lynching. So that's 1,000,000 people. So you multiply that times 3.5 actually. And you understand that for the number of people lynched, there was over 3 million people that watched and participated.
2,500 apiece.
Wait.
After
And that's not counting the ones who got the lynching postcards from their relatives. That's not counting them. So you had thousands of people participating and watching black bodies hang or burn. And so don't spare me the not everybody owns a slave. We're talking about millions of people participating and watching the lynching of another human being.
a white woman was found dead, two young black boys named Harrison and James Gillespie was lynched in Salisbury, North Carolina in 1902. Another 16-year-old, Fred Rochelle, 16, was burned alive in public spectacle, lynching before thousands of Polk County, Florida in 1901. Don't ever talk to me about how old your children need to be to understand racism when our children died at the age of 16 because of racism. Yeah, don't talk to me. Private, remember? Y'all, private. What are they always saying? We support
For your
our
service?
troops. Private James Neely was lynched in Hampton, Georgia in 1898 for complaining while a white store owner refused to serve him. Henry
Yes.
Smith here was 17 when he was lynched in Paris, Texas in 1896 before a
How
mob of
many?
10.
You wanted me to slow it down? Look at that. 17 years old. 17 years old. A mob of 10,000 people. A mob of 10,000 people. Yeah. Do we understand? 10,000 people to lynch a 17-year-old.
1,000 people. Yeah, they conveniently leave out the white part. You know what I'm saying? People, you 10,000 people that witness a lynching of a 17-year-old child. I'm not calling people. 10,000 terrorists. 10,000 terrorists. 10,000 terrorists. 7 black people were lynched near Screamer, Alabama in 1888 for drinking from a white man's well. Dozen of black sugarcane workers were lynched in Thibodaux, Louisiana in 1887 for striking to protest low wages.
You don't see that. You don't get that. You don't get that. Right? 7 black people lynched for drinking from a well. A well. Not, you know, drinking from a well.
Dozen of black sugarcane workers were lynched.
Dozens. Dozens. Not a dozen. Not 2 dozen. Dozens of black sugarcane workers were lynched in Thibodaux, Louisiana. And I tried to find the number because I'd heard about this before, and the number varies between 38 and 54. 38 and 54 dozens of sugarcane workers. This is sharecroppers. This is 20 years. This is more than 20 years after the end of the Civil War. 1887 is also when Mount Bayou was founded by freed slaves. And just think, there's a difference, and I'll talk about Mount Bayou and why it had financial decay, but they never came in and burned it down. There was a reason. But just look at that. Dozens. You came in, you came in and murdered dozens of workers by lynching. You see, that's why I tell you all this. There's certain things that hold emotional charge in the black community because they are not in passing. This is like we have genetic nightmares about ropes hanging from trees. Yeah, any of us in our family lines can name somebody that was lynched or almost lynched. And I'm talking about up into the 60s, 68.
In Thibodaux, Louisiana in 1887 for striking to protest low wages. 3 brothers with the surname Sylvester were lynched in Proctor, West Virginia in 1886 after they were accused of theft.
I want you all to spare me. Black people have
And
been,
back to us hanging.
black people have been, I'm gonna back that up because I want you to hear my segue from there. Black people have been used to being guilty and having to prove our innocence because just the accusation of a crime. That's what I'll be trying to tell people. It's just the accusation of a crime that has led to the death of black people in this country. So when you all were talking about everybody, y'all see something, say everybody is presumed innocent. until found guilty. No, black people have lived under the oppressive idealism that we have to prove our innocence. You don't have to prove our guilt.
in Proctor, West Virginia in 1886 after they were accused of theft. And back to us hanging. Back to us hanging. Back to let's get over it, right? Let's get over it. Yeah, let's get over it. Over it? Y'all over it? I ain't over it. I'm in Montgomery, Alabama. I ain't over it. Never gonna get over it. I'm not getting over it. I'm not letting go of it. You all let go of the 4th of July. You all let go of your Declaration of Independence. We wasn't citizens. 3 of them. Yeah.
That time.
William Brown. Let's start with William Brown, lynched in Omaha, Nebraska in 1919 for a riotous white mob of up to 1,500 savages.
15,000. I said 1,500. It was 15,000.
Oh
15,000.
man, we got
Read
Esli,
the room.
Isaac, and Elmer were lynched by a mob of 10,000 more savages in Duluth, Duluth, Minnesota. I always have
I've
problems
never-
with Minnesota words.
I always had a
This
problem
thing-
with Duluth.
This thing, 10,000 people. What did these 3 people do to be lynched? And when I say lynched, this is not a legally sanctioned.
Here we go. 1921.
George Hawkins, Kerry Diamond, Ezra Talbot, and Nelson Talbot were among dozens lynched during the Tulsa
Dozens.
massacre in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921.
Oh.
I was just talking to my nephew, right?
And because you all know I've been to Tulsa, to the Greenwood District. And as a matter of fact, I was there for the 100 year commemoration of the Tulsa Massacre. And they grouped these together. Just understand, they grouped these together, the people that were lynched that they knew of in Tulsa um, during those nights in May, going into June. But understand this, right? While I was there in 2021 for the 100th year commemoration, they had started excavating the cemetery where they found more bodies of missing people from the massacre at Tulsa. So understand, when we say hundreds of people were massacred in Tulsa, they didn't just leave and never come back and never try to get back. These people were dead, mass graves under the cemetery they were excavating while I was there. King Ming, I know you all call Tulsa Black Wall Street, but technically all of them were Black Wall Streets. Tulsa is just the most recognized one. It wasn't even the most prosperous, but y'all call it Black Wall Street, but there was several. There was Seneca, there was Oscarville, Mound Bayou, um, Rosewood. All these were Black Wall Streets. Wilmington, these were all Black Wall Streets. And besides Mound Bayou, they were all destroyed at the hands of racists. Even the Mound Bayou they suffered financial downturn because of the withdrawal of troops from the South after Reconstruction. But like I say, more on that later, either tomorrow or later tonight if I have anybody who wants to stay up with me. But this is what happens. And it's interesting. I was with Metal then also in 2021 when we went to the 100th year commemoration, because that's the only these are the only people that can tolerate traveling with me to these places. You can't have soft feelings because I am that guy. I am that guy. And in my defense, I am hyper protective. And that is why I got to keep everybody together and I got to keep everybody safe. That's my job. That's my job. Yeah. That's the closest they ever get to an apology for the way I treat and act also. I was actually ask them to tell you about my confrontation with cops and Secret Service while I was in Selma. Yeah. And I'm still here.
We were going over some old footage I had of Tulsa, and they were finding more bodies in the cemetery in Tulsa. Grant Cole was lynched in Montgomery, Alabama in 1925 after he refused to run an errand for a white woman. Of course he was.
Sent to run an errand.
You'll notice the themes. You notice the themes? All because of the color of their skin. This is what they want us to forget. Critical race theory. They don't teach critical race theory in school. They want us to forget. Woke. Want us to forget. When you wake up to the truth of the history.
Somebody's about to tap me.
I want you to forget. I don't see anybody ever talking about forgetting the 4th of July. I don't ever see anybody talking about that. For the hanged and beaten, for the shot, drowned, and burned, for the tortured, the tormented, and the terrorized, for those abandoned by the rule of law, we will remember. Nick, would you take a picture of this for me, please? A still picture of this with your phone? With hope, because hopelessness is the enemy of justice. With courage, because peace requires bravery. With persistence, because justice is a constant struggle. With faith, because
Listen to
we
how I
shall
ended.
overcome.
This is the part that made him mad.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate everything that wall stands for. Because in the end, none of these people are going to get justice. None of them got justice. And even this monument is not a monument to justice. It is a monument to that which people want us to forget. I can't narrate in here? Can I sign?
Smart ass. Can I
My
sign?
narration gets on people's nerves. But don't worry, I will save this video and upload it later. But he let me narrate for a while.
I'm about to. I gotta cut it short here because I had to stop narrating.
Yeah, I just
Y'all
been
know I
told I
stopped
can't
narrating.
narrate in here. But I'm paid. They can throw me out now. I got a little more to go. Thousands of African Americans
back to my narration.
are unknown victims of racial terror, lynchings, whose deaths cannot be documented.
You heard that?
Many
Rain?
whose names will never be known. They are all honored here. Yeah. Yeah, I can't narrate in here, y'all. I can't tell you about the injustices done in here. Can't tell you about all of the pain and suffering that this place represents, because I might hurt somebody's feelings. I might hurt somebody's feelings. I can't tell you all how we're not ever going to forget, because it might hurt somebody's feelings. Motherfuck their feelings, right? Back to my narration. I got bail money. Hate.
Forgot her name, but I'd like to thank her for the $50 bail money.
The wealthy to keep us apart. Knowledge is the antidote. 59, whatever your name is, whatever you're trying to say, I don't get it. Wealthy didn't do this. Wealthy didn't do this. Faces at the bottom of the well. Poor white people did this too. Poor white people did this. Y'all want to talk about classism? Let's talk about classism. Let's talk about people who live in paycheck to paycheck, voted for a tyrant. You want me to talk about classism? Let's talk about the classism of people who can't rub 5 cents together and produce 2 nickels were voted for a billionaire. You want me to talk about classism? You want to talk about you want me to talk about what's keeping us apart? This is keeping us apart. The fact that you all want to forget. The fact that you all are not fighting to remember. That's what's keeping us apart. What's keeping us apart is that you want us to forget. You want to say, can we all get along? No, we can't all get along until you all acknowledge what has been done and make it right. No, we can't get along. No, we can't get along. We can't get along when the wealth gap in this country between black people and white people is separated by over $120,000 because of my ancestors slaving and hanging like this. And y'all stumble in here and talking about, can we all get along? It takes work to get along, because this didn't happen. This didn't happen on accident. This didn't happen on accident. No one climbed up in a tree, set themselves on fire, and lynched themselves. Always the black card. No, I'm gonna show you what it is. Fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your racist ancestors too. This is not a black card. This is not a black card. This represents the lynchings of thousands of people. Thousands of people because of the color of their skin. Because of the color of their skin. Yeah, the black card means we get lynched, hung. Yeah, I'm backing up. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
I'm leaving.
What black
I'm
card?
leaving.
Couldn't pour one of you bitches, you couldn't melt one of y'all down to say this shit in front of me. Couldn't melt you down. I always want to say, when it's uncomfortable, it's always the black card. Do you go into the KKK lives and say, oh, y'all need to be better people? We've been trying to trade our black card in for 400 years to stop y'all from lynching us. Toni Morrison. Thank you. I stand with all people who stand with us. In the words of El Haj Malik Shabazz, I will stand with anybody who wants to change the miserable condition of this planet. And if you're going to come in here and stumble in and make excuses for it, you are my enemy. I'm in Alabama right now, Montgomery. I'll be in Selma tomorrow on the Pettis Bridge. Pull up. Pull up. Melt your asses down and say some of the shit you do to me in my lives. Pull up. You all got it. Always forget, get over.
And I just want to go on official record as saying I announced my presence and where I would be my entire time there. And yeah, none of the weak bastards pulled up. And I know you're in the South. I know you all were a couple of minutes away. What? I announced my presence. I announced my presence. I was ready to send one of you all to wherever you were trying to get. So I don't want to hear this. I know you all used to these cowboys, these couch cowboys, as I call them, that always talking their shit from the safety of their own home. No, I'm in the middle of it. Anytime you get ready, you can find me at any commemoration. I'm there. And I'm a little guy. I'm a little guy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the people who donated to help me get here. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, gotta get the phone too, cause I can't stop talking. Can't stop talking in front of Toni Morrison. Where Ro at? All right. This is real. This is real. One more time. One more time. Come on, Ro. Come on, cause I'm. Please, this is real. That's nephew. I can't leave the
If
nephew
you
back there.
if you
Taking
ever go
pictures.
anywhere with
This is
me,
water.
this is how you're gonna get
And
treated.
this
I'm warning
reminds
you.
me of when I was
If
at
we
the King Center, right? It says, until water flows how? Until it flows how? The symbolism of this is not missed. What's up, Miss Brown? The symbolism of this flowing water is not missed. It's not. Yeah, I told you to be emotional. Yeah, I'm not narrating right now because they told me I couldn't narrate. They told me not to narrate, so I'm not narrating because I always do what I'm told.
Like 4 people have asked for it.
Oh, it's located. We're in Montgomery, Alabama.
I know you can't see the comment.
Yeah, I should. I'm blinded by
I got
this.
it. I got it.
Yeah, I'm in Montgomery, Alabama, at the Lynching Museum, whatever they want to call it. It's called the Museum for Peace and Justice. In other words, I'm at the Lynching Museum that commemorates the lynching of thousands of black and brown people after the Civil War. Because you don't want us to add the number of people who were property. They weren't people then; they were just property before the Civil War. We can't even add them because there would not be enough place. There would not be enough space in this city to commemorate that. There would not be enough pieces in this city. Let me get to something else I'm not gonna narrate. Let's see if y'all can see this. This memorial is a sacred place. Please be respectful and do not eat, drink, smoke, use sound emitting devices, make large noise, run or damage any part of the monument or works of trees. No pets, skateboards, or bicycles are permitted. Yep, I didn't do any of those things.
Working on a
And
plane.
this represents the area where counties have claimed. See, you get in there, let me show you. In there, those represents the bodies that are still unclaimed. In this area, these are laying down. Thank you. These are laying down where counties that have claimed the dirt and the soil from these lynchings. Notice how few there are, comparatively speaking. Notice how few they are of. This is symbolically laying them to rest. Another part I hate, because these people are not laying at rest like this. They still were lynched. They had some people that claimed the dirt from their lynchings, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. But these people, our ancestors, this looks peaceful, doesn't it? This looks peaceful. It's beautiful scenery. But you know, the day that they were lynched was the darkest day in their life. Now, we got a beautiful day out here. We got a beautiful day out here. Beautiful day. This was have you believe you could have a cookout over there, couldn't you? Right over there on that green, we can throw some grills up. We can have a cookout. We can have a cookout because it's a beautiful day. These will be seats for us. These will be seats. This is how peaceful it looks, right? This is it. This is it. Yes, it's not called the Lynching Museum formally. It's called the Museum for Peace and Justice, even though no peace or no justice is to be had anywhere here. Yes, it is. Rows of lynching victims. Look at those names. Look at the names. Look at the names. How many of y'all know y'all family well enough to know if one of y'all's names is represented here? On this beautiful day. How you doing, sir? All right, sir.
We don't mind you taking pictures of it. We don't want you going live on Facebook. You can take all the pictures you want, man. As far as like going live on Facebook, that's what you're doing, man.
Okay. I gotta stop more narrating, y'all. All right, sir.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay,
All
appreciate
right.
it.
All right.
I
You
mean,
have
you
a.
can take all the pictures you want, man. That's
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I gotta go take pictures, y'all.
All right.
I'll talk to y'all later. All right. Peace.
Appreciate that, man.
No problem. Let's go, Ro. Let's go. Because I can't be here and not cuss. I can't be here and not talk
Look,
about it.
they're gonna sue me, right? You know they're gonna sue me because, but that's my evidence. He said not to live stream on Facebook.
Yeah,
I
anyway,
didn't. Yeah, anyway.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving because I can't be here and not talk about it. Yeah, I'm not live right now. If my phone is still on, it's an accident. No, I'm bad at turning off opposition and resistance. Yeah, I need bail money. I'm gonna need bail money in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna need bail money in a minute because I'm not turning my phone off, and they're not gonna take it from me either. They're not gonna take it from me.
Take
Not
it from
everybody I've seen around here is shorter than me and a little smaller than me. Talking about taking my phone. Yeah, not gonna happen. But I can't be live here. So we're gonna head for the exit. Yeah, mother. I hear you, mother. Just have bail money. Mother, you knew. You knew I wasn't gonna turn off my phone, mother. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put you all in my coat pocket. Y'all be able to hear everything I say. My mother doesn't want me going to jail, y'all. I got Nick here with me. Nick not gonna let me go to jail.
Nope.
There's Nick.
I'm just taking pictures.
They will put something up now.
Let me take some pictures.
Look. Look, I think they looked at me from a distance at first, right? Then they get close up on me and they be like, I ain't taking that Negro's phone. I ain't touching his phone. Don't worry, it's not over. They're not
Me,
finished
right?
yet.
Yeah, they're watching me. It's so funny to be watched. I'm at a museum representing where our people were lynched at, and I don't want me taking pictures going live from here. They got the nerve to watch me.
I'm gonna need
Ida
lawsuit
B.
money.
Wells. Ida B. Wells recorded some of the earliest lynchings in this country. This is her memorial. Yeah. They got the director to come out and talk to me and tell me stop.
Direct his ass
They
back in
realized
his
I wasn't
office.
stopping when they called me. So they went and got the director.
Watch yourself, Mad King.
Because this is a sacred place, y'all. This is a sacred place. Like, as long as I don't stream from here, we're going through the sculptures. Another.
Oh, it's my narrative. It's the way I talk about it.
They didn't care if you were pregnant, they would lynch you.
They didn't care if you were pregnant, they lynch you. It's another. We're coming up on another one. He just posted down. He just sitting in the car watching me.
Think, huh?
No,
Yeah.
white women.
Think I scared
White
the
women's
children. That's why
tears
they
probably said
stopped me
something like,
after I was
"He's
halfway through.
loud. I can't read in peace."
Put it in your pocket if you see them coming.
Yeah, I would
Y'all
not
know me
even put the
better than this.
phone. I wouldn't even put the phone in my pocket. I refused. I walked around with it in my hand all the time, every time. Now we're coming up on. Watch this.
He propped up over here looking at me, right? Over here, over my right shoulder. Yeah, in the car. What kind
Yeah,
of trees are these, Nick? Raven. Anybody? What kind of trees are these, sir?
I'm talking to him. Bucket, you
Huh?
watching me? I'm gonna talk to you.
Dogwood? The same wood that Jesus was supposedly crucified on?
Now
Dogwood.
that's the security. I don't see.
Dogwood.
Those are the trees he told me were
Dogwood
dogwood.
trees. I found out. They said they're dogwood trees. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Petra. But wait, hold that thought.
Hands sticking up.
Hey, Azo, I know. AZAZL. Hey, stay here just a minute and listen to this. Hold up. Don't go nowhere.
Stand up, take my people with me. Together we will go in.
Y'all hear my comment? The same tree Jesus was crucified on. Wait a minute. Don't go yet. There are more cops coming.
Roland, I need you to take pictures faster. Montgomery, Alabama.
They're praising God.
Montgomery, Alabama. The National Lynching Museum. On this beautiful day. No, I'm just taking it. Go ahead. You're not a problem at all. Against that backdrop. Me?
I started to walk across the grass when he called me. I started to walk across the grass.
You good?
I'm
I'm
not
good. All right.
I'm good.
Yeah, I think you want to tell me.
All right, now this is the other one that called me. He called me back.
Yes, sir. These are magnolias?
The ash
Oh, okay.
magnolias.
S magnolia? Ash magnolias. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad they're not dogwood then. All right. These are X magnolia.
So
These
y'all
are
see him?
Ash magnolia trees.
Y'all see him in the corner. He's sitting there watching me too.
Thank
But-
you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. So they're ash magnolia trees, not dogwood.
I felt tall for a whole
I was
hour.
about to clown on dogwood. So we're just taking pictures, y'all. I am not live. Taking pictures.
Right, Nick.
Because we can't be live because I scared the children. Yeah. 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 They want to come here and be safe.
So you heard? That's what I was talking about. Right. You just told me anything at first.
Trees, the ropes will be silver. and there'll be mannequins hanging from them, in different shades of blackness.
You heard? Did y'all hear that?
And it will be perpetually cloudy. It'd be like, hey, I use the
Did y'all hear how? Did y'all hear how I would have designed it? Let me see if I can go back there.
grass, trees, the rope. They want to come here and be safe. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's called what it is.
They want to come here and be safe. I told you, if I would have designed this monument, there'd be, those trees would be grass trees, the ropes would be silver, and there'd be mannequins hanging from them, in different shades of blackness. And it would be perpetually cloudy. It'd be like, hey, I use a laser, it'd be perpetual cloudiness. And I would walk here, I walk every day, narrating for people. Matter of fact, I have my voice playing through it the entire time while you're walking through it
Just recording. Over.
on a loop. Yeah. Thank you. Somebody screen record. Hank Willis Thompson. Black and brown people in the United States are often presumed dangerous and guilty when they have done nothing wrong. Our history of racial inequality has created conscious and unconscious bias that has resulted in racial discrimination against people of color by law enforcement and the criminal justice system. Police shootings of unarmed men, women, and children, racially biases, and excessive sentences of people convicted of crime. An abusive prison condition made mass incarceration a dominant issue for the poor and people of color. Yep, I am not narrating. Wish I could go live here, show you all around, show my followers around, but I've been told I can't narrate and be live. I can take all the pictures I want though. See, pictures? I can take all the pictures I want. I just can't go live and I can't narrate. My mother is probably somewhere wondering why I'm not live, why I'm not narrating this for her since she's sick. I'm talking to Nick because, you know, he walks so far ahead of me. I got to scream to talk to him. Oh, don't slow down, Nick. I need to, you can hear me well ahead of me. You can just stay ahead of me, Nick. I don't mind. I got a voice that carries, Nick. Nick, just think, if I could narrate this and go live from here, I would tell people about the lynching of Bowman Cook. I would tell them about that in 1919. I could talk about lynchings in Oxford, Ohio from the 19th century in 1877. Let me get a
Blah,
picture
blah,
of this.
blah, Nick.
Pictures. Yeah, because pictures are what we need. Pictures say
Pictures what we
1,000
need.
words. Should narrate the pictures. Austin, Texas.
You want to read those too? I got
And then
still
we got-
photos of them.
I'm
My
gonna go over
nephew
here,
took
Nick.
still photos of them.
I'll tell you what I see. Oh, Nick, look at this. A lynching of Levi Harrington in Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah. Yeah. That's an interesting, Nick. Wilmington, Delaware. Y'all remember my video? Remember my video, Nick, on Wilmington, Delaware? You remember my video on Wilmington, Delaware, Nick?
They 100% knew I
Yeah.
was
Hold
live.
on.
They
Bill money. Bill
Here
money.
they come. Here they come again. They're
Lynching
coming
in
again.
America.
This time they sent two of them. They sent two this time.
It's a memorial to the suffering and pain and humiliation of our ancestors. It's not a memorial to
Yeah.
them. It's not a memorial to them. They're not here. They're not here. Their deaths are here.
Listen to
Their deaths
this.
are here. They're not here.
Okay, two of them coming. So I sat down and talked long. I talked loud enough for them to hear me.
Death and destruction. They're not here. Our ancestors not here. I didn't. None of my ancestors are here. None of them are here. Just a hollowed shell of their pain, suffering that people hold on to, but don't want us to remember. Their sacrifices here. The injustices done to them is here, but they're not here. I don't feel one iota of my ancestors here, but I still won't let you forget.
Two more coming up here.
All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Send bail money. Peace.
Yeah, and I told them the ones that came. It's like they came back and we were just sitting there because I'm waiting on the nephew to wrap up taking still shots of everything. And I told him, I hate y'all missed that part because they kept coming back and looked at the fence. And I told him last night, I say, I'll be gone in 5 minutes. I'll be out your hair in 5 minutes. Because it's like, yeah, I told him I'll be out there hair in 5 minutes. Was that me whispering to you? Yeah, you were whispering, Nick. Yeah, so I just get camera hats and sunshades for many cameras. Nope, I'm holding my phone up just like I did this year. Wherever we go, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's part of that's part of it. That you don't get to you don't get to dictate to me. You don't get to dictate to me. And mm, stand up, take my people with me. Yeah, you don't get to. I don't care. I'm trying to see.
Up. That's what I want.
Now let's talk.
Well, I
I'm gonna
want to tell
show
you
you the
this part. Yeah,
difference.
because this is probably going to go a different way than you're thinking right
Yeah,
now.
that's fine.
When we were growing up, we were.
Now, this is. I'll give you a sample of what we're going to. This is the different. This is when I went to Mount Bayou. This is Mount Bayou, and I'm gonna show you some excerpts that you're gonna see from this. Um, you're gonna see these excerpts. Yeah, those, and maybe people can get a feel for how big I am.
Up. That's what I want. Well, I want to tell you this part. Yeah, because this is probably going to go a different way than you're thinking right
Yeah,
now.
that's fine.
When we were growing up, we would
There's
hear
more security at the courthouse. I mean, at the museum than the
elders.
courthouse.
Right. That Coca-Cola was founded in Mount Bayou, right? And so, like,
You see, I got my.
Coca-Cola
You see, I
founded
got
in
my
Mount Bayou. We
phone.
just hear that, right?
Right.
And it didn't mean a whole lot, you know. Wow, it's just like a wow. And we did
You
have
said there was a
bottling
two-part,
company
and you
in
never
Mount
posted
Bayou.
it. From the museum. From which museum? Oh, from this museum. Yeah.
They ended up owning the plantation.
Right.
Bought it at the tune of $9 million today.
Today. What, $300,000 back
Mm-hmm.
then?
I think
$300,000
Adjusted
in
for
that those
inflation
days.
to $9 million.
To $9 million today.
Actually, more than that.
That was power.
This is part of.
For
This is
them
the
to
part
take it
two.
away from
That's
them
his brother, the former
and for them
mayor.
to keep on rolling.
And then
And they
outworked
come-
them.
Huh?
Outworked them.
Of course.
Outworked them.
Outworked them. Produced more than they did. Anybody
This is the rest of the conversation. I want to show you one part that I got to share with you. All right, because I had to put a little sauce in the mix. Show you some sauce I put in the mix on him after he said that.
We're not the same. And part of it, like you say, you get to that mentality where you have to, your museum is about exposing the truth. Well, let's talk about all of the truth. Though.
Right.
Let's just not talk about the truth that makes people comfortable.
Right.
Let's talk about the truths that we show on a daily basis. Because Jesse Owens showed out in Germany in the Olympics, right, in 1936. He showed them that your dream of superiority is just a delusion. And that's the truth. That's the fear that we face.
The fear is there.
Yeah, because I'm from the school of Fred Hampton, right? I'm a revolutionary. See, I understand and I know and I get it. But if we also have to teach that power has never conceded anything except to power. And the education we give, we're going to have to accept that it comes with a certain responsibility to not just
Went to
sit back
school
and wait either. We
for
have
warriors.
to understand liberation is not going to come calling on us. We're going to have to kick in the doors, like you said.
Exactly.
Right? And we have to get to that point by educating. Because you got to know what weapons and tools you have to build an effective community. Because let's be realistic. Your community here was great. I mean, I know before the 1942, before the hospital came, I know the trade. I know about all the black intellectuals that came here, right? And it was self-contained. But the problem is that outside of here, there are millions of us.
Exactly.
And while we can save spots, the diaspora is suffering because we're not. Sometimes we turn internal too much. We become.
You'll get that conversation later. I got one more sec. I would definitely quit my job and work at Uncle T's Museum as part of this. I got one more section I want to show you, right? Yeah, and I want you to understand this part. He wants to tell me, he's going to tell me a story, and I'm going to tell him one in return. All right, get ready. Let's get. Now listen to
For
this.
us to find our position and to be able to take our position and to be able to help somebody else in their weakness. Let me just show you this. I asked this white guy, he asked me this question the other day about
Listen to this.
explaining this very thing. I said, hold both hands out. He said, okay. I said, both of these are your hands, right? He said, yes. I said, but what if a mosquito goes over to this hand and bites it? I said, what you gonna do? He said, I'm gonna go over here and do. I said, well, what about that hand? I said, it's not strong anymore, is it? He said, no. I said, that could be white America. I said, God made them white. I said, but white America could not get that mosquito off of him. What about this other hand, black America? He goes over there and takes it, pull the mosquito off, and then rub them down.
Right.
Then both of them can be a powerful hand to the body.
Right.
My point is that if we learn how to work together, that's what I want to see from this museum. Because we keep flunking the tests. We had a test when Emmett Till was killed.
Right.
To bring our justice to a racist place and take a stand. Mississippi and the country flunked the test.
Flunked it.
Not only did they flunk it, but our federal people tried to persecute the very boy and his family that died
Right.
by digging up stuff on his dead daddy.
Right.
It was our senators
Senator,
in Mississippi.
right.
So
Senator
not only did
Eastman.
they flunk the test,
Senator Eastman.
they should have been put out of school. But every test that's flunked is going to be taken again. And if we don't learn from our past,
And we taking it now.
we taking the
it now.
same
But let me
test
tell you,
again.
let me
This
ask you,
we
brothers.
taking this test
Let me
big
ask you,
time right
brothers,
now.
right? Because I am a revolutionary. I hear you. I hear your analogy, right?
Okay.
But see, the thing about
I'm a preacher, man.
I know, and I love it. And
I never
the
have
thing
any
about it,
appointments. I just show
These
up.
are two white hands. See,
Listen to my analogy.
I
this
like you. Go ahead.
these are two white hands.
Come on, you finna lay this
These
out.
are two white hands.
Okay,
So when the mosquito landed over here,
Uh,
he hit it with his own hand.
yeah, okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
See, you know what could have happened? Now hold your hands out. Let's show you something. I'm gonna be.
Okay.
Damn, I gotta be the white guy. Okay, I'm gonna be the white guy.
Be the white guy.
Be the white guy, right?
Okay.
See, he was quick to slap the mosquito
Uh-huh.
and disperse it.
Okay.
Now you the black guy. I want you to take it without injuring me. The mosquito's about to land. It's landed right there.
Uh-huh.
What would you do? How would you handle the situation?
I'll wait for you.
See, I'm gonna stab myself. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blame you for the harm.
Yeah, okay.
See,
Okay.
I'm gonna blame you for the harm.
Okay.
My white hand is hitting my other white hand.
Right. Okay.
Because I'm uncomfortable.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna blame you for the harm.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know, like El Hajj Malik Shabazz says, you are not helping or curing a problem when you are responsible for stabbing me in the back
Yeah.
with a 9-inch knife.
Right.
It's not processed because you took it out 6 inches. It's not processed, it's not progress when you take it all the way out. Because you're not addressing the wound you caused.
That's right. Yeah.
So I'm bleeding out
Yeah.
because of the wound you caused.
Right.
And now you want to scream about equality.
Yeah.
I need some Band-Aid and some stitches.
Yeah.
And I need some restitution for the wound you caused.
Yeah.
So we can talk about unity all we want to, but we cannot talk about the respect of equity. Because it's always unifying when you were saying you got a 400-year head start in the race. Now all of a sudden you want to be equal to where you are. But what about the fact that you only are over there because of the work we have done to put you there? And now you don't want to accept any responsibility
No, whatsoever.
for addressing the fact that in this country,
Yeah.
there's a $112,000 wealth gap between white families and black
Well, you
families
just come to Mississippi.
that they own.
You just come to Mississippi. See that?
Exactly.
I mean, look at it. I
Exactly.
see guys all the time. You know, these guys.
You just not noticing that?
They
Yeah,
can
that's
run anything.
yeah,
They're rich.
yeah.
Right.
They rich not because of anything that they.
That's a
rich
Klan
on.
uniform.
They're rich off our backs.
They were rich because their daddy and their
Yeah, right.
granddaddy
And
had all of that.
and want us to always forget our history, but your history is built on
and
top
they
of us.
They get mad at you if you worked for your riches and now
Right.
you're richer than him.
And they would get real mad at me if I put on a shiesty and came into their house and took everything they owned because it wasn't theirs. And I'm just using that as an example.
All right, that's all you're gonna get tonight of this conversation, right? You're gonna have to come back tomorrow night and get that conversation in its entirety, and then I will be posting it on YouTube, right? I'll be posting the whole conversation on YouTube, and like I say, they're going to be while we were there. I told you all. Even though we didn't meet our financial goal, we're still going to produce several documentaries of our trip. You're going to get a documentary on the Edmund Pettus Bridge on Bloody Sunday. You're going to get a documentary on Mound Bayou. This is part of it. You're going to get a full documentary on the entire trip. You're going to get a documentary on other events that happen. You're going to get the museum, the lynching museum. You're going to get a documentary on that also. So if you want to see the rest of that conversation, y'all tune in. And I would like to thank everybody that donated to make this possible. Um, I'm supposed to be back in Mount Bayou on July the 10th through the 12th. I don't know. Much as this trip cost out of our pockets, I don't know. I will make it there some kind of way because I told him I would. So I'll make it there. Also, um, thank you to Raven. Thank them for driving. Thank them for everything they did. Thank Nick for not getting thrown into an active volcano. Thank Trish, Nick's wife, for not getting him thrown into an active volcano. And thank Roland and my nephew for doing all of the filming you see because without them, I would have just been down there fighting. Um, yes, they made it possible, right? It was an amazing, crazy weekend, right? It was an amazing, crazy week actually, from Wednesday until this morning. Right? It was amazing. It was crazy. It was all over the place, and yeah, there are more stories to come. You all get to see, like see with the episode with Joy Reid. You saw me and Joy Reid. That was a Secret Service. That was Secret Service behind us, right? Maxine Waters didn't have Secret Service the first day we saw her, right? Because Trump had removed the Secret Service detail for members of Congress that are not attending official government functions unless you're somebody like the minority leader. Hakeem Jeffries was there Sunday, so they had Secret Service, right? I just walked through the Secret Service. I did have a little help from Derek Johnson, the president of the NAACP, but they look like they want to stop me, and I just screamed, I just hollered his name, and he acknowledged me, and they just let me right in through the Secret Service. Um, they can tell you, the fam would tell you all story. Hey, Rain, I got out, we were moving slow, and I was like, if you ever go somewhere with me, I have plans in my mind about what I want to do and how I want to do it. And sometimes I share them with you, sometimes I don't. It's not personal. It's just like, and so it was moving too slow. I just got out and started directing traffic. I just jumped out and started directing traffic. And when you're 6'4" and big, people tend to listen to you direct traffic, right? So there are a lot of stories that they would tell you all about just how, you know, if you once you that you actually get to know me. If you actually get to know, I'm gonna tell you, Raven, when I first pulled up, they gave me this, right? This is what they gave me. They gave me they told me they had something for me, and what they had for me was a bracelet that I've never taken off since they gave it to me, and it says protector. And that is true. What? How do people not know I'm not tall? I always talk about I'm 6'4". I think people think 6'4" is just like I'm like some guys lying on their size, right? I am 6'4". I am 270 pounds. Yeah, and it's hard pounds too. But yeah, they gave me this. It says protector, right? All day, every day. And I am highly, and they know me. Even it's not a slight on anybody not being able to protect themselves, but I was responsible for us being in Alabama, Mississippi, and the deep South. I was responsible for that. So you can best believe I wasn't going to explain to Raven, to Kaiser, that Raven didn't make it back. I'm not coming back and explaining that. Secret Service or no Secret Service, cops. I can't get people to understand. I'm not scared of cops. People think they think like black men. No, I'm not scared of cops. Never have been. Ever since I was 13, I've never been scared of cops. I walk up to them, talk to them, and whatever. They make the mistake of letting me walk up to them, then it's no guns coming into play. Yeah, there's no guns coming in play if I'm get close to you. So I talked to them. They gave me the rundown. 5'2". Alabama is that bad. Alabama is that bad. They still lynching people in Alabama. Mississippi too. They still. So you wasn't gonna get to my friends. Yeah, you wasn't getting to my family, right? Cause one we're gonna have to go live with Nick and Raven and Ro, and we're just gonna talk about some of the things that you all didn't get to see. Yeah. I'm 5'3" and my husband is 6'7". Let's say I have a lot of heels. Right, right. They are. They're afraid of you. So yes. GCPR. Y'all just let me. I know y'all rode out with us. I'm finna let y'all out of here and come back tomorrow, and you get to hear some more of my trip. All right, GCPR. Thank you, listeners. All right, and the rest of you all. I know we haven't done bootleg movie night. I know we haven't done bootleg movie night. I will get some bootleg movie nights going, um, but not tonight. I did not sleep the entire time. Did you send Nick back into the golf course to see if they let him? No, I didn't. Thank you for all the knowledge you have given, hitting, falling over a year ago. It was great for me. I am humbled and honored, Jolly. Thank you. Can you show the spies Mississippi? Yes, I can. I will. I will put that on the list. But I probably will stream that live to TikTok. Yeah, I have. They tell you, I did not go to sleep. Ray, I did not go. I didn't. I went like I didn't even go to the room until like sunrise, and we were usually up within 2 or 3 hours of sunrise, getting out. I would get up. I would stay up. I would try to take a shower, and then I probably stay up to sunrise. It was a nice deck. We'll put some pictures of it, but there was nobody jumping on cars, and nobody's going to have any allegations of essaying uh, come out of it. Was that petty of me? Was I being petty? Was that petty? Raven, Nick, was that petty? That was petty. Can we watch the one movie you showed at the museum until? Yes. You know what? That's what we'll do. That was petty. Was I petty? Well, I was just saying that there was no allegations of SA or no jumping on the cars, cause I would have shot somebody if they did. But anyway, um, you better got Bella Pinky some gifts. Yeah, they did. They got me when I came back. Yeah, that was the only gift they wanted. Bella has not left my side since I've been back. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. God had said it wasn't petty, so it was just that was just the truth. That was just the truth, right? That was just the truth. But yeah, that's what you know what? That's what we'll do. We will watch the Women of the Movement this week. We watch tomorrow. I will show the conversation I had, and then we will do Women of the Movement. Two things can be true at the same time. Yeah, all right. You better ask somebody. Oh, yeah, two things can be true at the same time. Did you open the bathroom door on anybody? There's my brother. There's my little brother. Yeah, you missed my yeah. My little brother, he doesn't love me as much as he used to. He used to come to my lives more often, but now he be hanging out with other people, right? He be hanging out with other people. Did you try to unbuckle anyone? I'm telling you, you better ask somebody. If any of that would have happened, I would have yeah, yeah. Yeah. What you all would be talking about is something totally different happening. But see, I have family. I don't have associates. Your lives are at 12 a.m. Look, my lives start at 11 o'clock your time. My live started at 11 o'clock your time, and I was live earlier when I was in Selma. You were just busy. All right, you all. My little brother is up. Why are you up so late? Don't you have to work in the morning? I ain't talked to you in about 2 years. Do you work in the morning? Yeah, I like your live, so I don't mind being up this late. I could pre-record them. I could pre-record a live from earlier and play it on the radio, but I like the interaction on topical subjects. I do. Yeah, Don was live with me when I was cussing people out. Yes, I'm going to get some sleep. I don't. I'm not going back to the shelter till after the 15th, and I am going to get some sleep. Abandoned building in Philly. What do you mean? I missed something. Some of us don't like live in the basement of an abandoned building. I can't with you. But yeah, I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep the entire time we were gone. So I'm going to get some sleep. I got Roland at the airport. He's home, so I'm good there. Everybody is now home. Everybody is home. Uh, Just got the just got the message from the nephew, y'all, that he is home. So I am less. I don't stress out. Stressing, you know how most people say, I don't stress out. I make plans to do things when certain things don't happen. It was so funny. It's funny after the fact with me too. During the fact, if I'm looking for you, it's not funny to me. But I will, I'm already tall, so I can see over everybody. And if it's a time when I can't and I'm looking for you, I will stand on the nearest thing that evens the height, even if it's the bridge. I can swim and I don't care about that. I don't even think about falling off. I think about I'm looking for my people and I'm going to find it. That's why when I we go somewhere, I know what they have on. And I'm gonna tell you the thing about the South, like in Selma, and I'm convinced now that I think about it. I think it was more of probably some jammer signal over the weekend, but we had horrible phone service. That's why I didn't go live. But we had horrible phone service, and they don't have any Wi-Fi. But that was in downtown. That was in the downtown area. But when you get to Mississippi and you get other places that are rural, you still have phone service. So, yeah, no problem, Gracie Grace. No problem. But yeah, they will tell you ever since he stood next to Lord, he hasn't stopped mentioning how tall he is. I'm gonna beat you up. I'm beating you up when I come. I'm beating you up when we come to Washington. Just going to tell you. Just prepare. Just prepare. I'm beating you up, and then I'm gonna make sure nobody else beats you up. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna call him. I'm not gonna call him. It's too late to call him. I know the kiddos asleep. All right, you all. I'm actually going to not do it as Olivia said and have a 3 hour exit show. It's good to be back. I'll see you all tomorrow. I think get some rest. And yeah,